violence in Leicester is concerned. Times Now is getting you the inside details of what really transpired. Weeks after violence in Leicester, Times Now unearths the truth of how the tension spiraled. And today we get you unheard files and tapes that reveal how local Hindus were intimidated and threatened. A research fellow at Henry Jackson Society, Charlotte Littlewood, went to the depth of Leicester clashes and reveals how misinformation campaign on social media made Hindus the target of hate attacks. Photo of a group of Hindu youth was shared on social media, branding them as RSS BJP terrorists and Hindutva goons. The social media posts referred to them as the troublemakers seeking to attack people of another faith. Now, these people who are seen in the group photo have lodged police complaints saying that they don't even know what RSS and BJP is. They say that they fear for their and their family's life as the photo has spread quickly all over the internet. And wherever they go, they are seen with suspicion. Many among them have not been able to go to their work and colleges fearing for their safety. One complainant, in fact, also claims that people stare at him when he steps out. When Charlotte spoke to some of these Hindu youths and other Hindu locals living in Leicester, they reveal the horror that they are going through.
Think about the accusations of there being Hindu nationalist extremism and anti-Islam sentiment.
તમને શું લાગે છે કે આ ઊભું કર્યું છે કે આ હિન્દુત્વ છે ને પૂરા મામલાની વિરુદ્ધ છે?
એકચ્યુઅલી તો પહેલે તો મને આરએસ ને હિન્દુત્વ એ તો ખબર જ નહોતું શું હતું તે.
He didn't know what he's still saying RSS.
ખબર જ નહોતું કે શું હતું તે. સો આ તો જ્યારે અમારા એ લોકો ફોટા મૂકેલા તેમાં એમ લખેલું કે આ લોકો આરએસ ના મેમ્બર, બટ અમે જ હતા અંદર ને આમાંથી એક પોયરાને આરએસ નો મિનિંગ ફૂલ ફોર્મ નહીં ખબર. આ તો પછી ખબર પડી લાઈક આવું બધું પોસ્ટ થયું તો અમે ગૂગલ પર સર્ચ કર્યું કે મતલબ શું એમ, ત્યારે અમને ખબર પડી કે આવું છે એમ.
They had a particular problem with you.
કેમ તમારી સાથે વાંધો થયો?
તે તો નહીં ખબર, કોઝ જમા પર અટેક કર્યું ને તો એ લોકો મને એમ જ પૂછેલું પહેલાં કે તું ઇન્ડિયન છે કે મુસ્લિમ છે એમ. મેં ઇન્ડિયન કીધું એટલે સ્ટેપ કરવાનું ચાલુ કરી લખેલું. એનો વિડીયોમાં હતું તે આપણે જોયેલું.
ઈ જા ધ્વજ કાઢે છે.
હા, તે 5th September.
In that video where they're chasing them with that knife that you've seen, and they asked him, is he Indian or Muslim, and then they started stabbing.
Yeah, when I said Indian, then ચાલુ જ કરી લાગ્યું stabbing. They didn't ask me, they didn't give any like chance બી નહીં આપ્યો મને કે બોલવાનું કે હું થાય એમ. ગમે તેમ પંચ
When was this?
5th September.
5th of September.
So
Have you made a police report about that?
Yes, I got also my crime number भी समां पर.
Okay, I need that. Give me the after okay, give me the police report. Yeah?
How do you feel now living in Leicester?
Oh, it's not safe.
You can see the response. Okay.
No one is cause મારું બી નહીં લાઈક બધી બહુ બધી ફેમિલી છે કે જે સેફ નહીં મળે સાંભળે ને મેં પોતે બીજા મામાની ઘેર રહ્યારું. મેં એરિયામાં જામ તો બધા મુસ્લિમ મને જોઈએ એમ જેમ કે કોઈ મેં કંઈ કલ્લું રહે તે લોકો સાથે તેવું બધું જોઈએ ને લાઈક અમારા કોઈ બી ફ્રેન્ડ બી સેફ નહીં મળે. તે એરિયા ગ્રીનલેન્ડ સેફ જ નહીં છે એકચ્યુઅલી આપણા હિન્દુના હારું, કોઝ તે લોકો તેવું ડર ફેલાઈ મૂક્યું છે એમ.
એટલે હું ગુજરાતીમાં કહું પછી I'm just going to translate because I don't think I fully understood. Safe નથી લાગતું, ફેમિલીને સેફ નથી લાગતું ને તમે મામાની ઘરે ગયા.
બે ત્રણ ફેમિલી વિશે કે અમે બીજાની ઘરે રહ્યા.
Okay, so he doesn't feel it safe. He doesn't feel it safe for the families. He lived at his uncle's house. We can ask him when he did that, and then he doesn't feel the Green Lane area is safe at all.
મારા હારું બધા જ જેટલા રહે, કોઝ જે દિવસ અટેક થયું ને તો મારા ફ્રેન્ડ અડધા હોટલમાં રોકાયેલા જે કામ પર થયા છે, અડધા કામ પર રોકાયેલા, અડધા ફ્રેન્ડની ઘરે, લાઈક કોઈ ઘેરે ગયેલું જ નહીં તે એરિયામાં. બધા બહાર હતા.
On the day it happened, his friends either stayed at uncle's house, cousin's house, family's house, or hotel, or some of them slept at work.
Yeah. And now, are you concerned for your community that, you know, they're being accused of being extremists, they're being accused of being anti-Islam? Are you concerned now that the community will start having these feelings and will start having anti-Islamic feelings because they're being shouted at in this way?
તમને લાગે છે કે અત્યારના સમાજનું જે થયું છે અટેક ને પછી આ લોકો કહે છે કે આ બધા દ્વિધર્મવાળા ઇસ્લામની વિરુદ્ધ છે, આટલું બધું અટેકિંગ થયું છે, તો ના તો તમારા સમાજમાં હવે ઊભું થશે કે અમને મુસ્લિમાન નથી ગમતા? તમને લાગે છે ઊભું થશે?
આઈ થિંક ખબર જ ન થશે કંઈ નહીં થશે એમ, બટ જેવું અમારું જે દમણમાં અમે રહે ને તો આ મુસ્લિમ બી રહી, તો હવે એ લોકો હાથ અમે એટલું કે અમારા ભાઈ જ જાય, મીન્સ કે એક થાળીમાં ખાય, એક હાથે ક્રિકેટ રમે, તો એવું મને મુસ્લિમને તો જરા બી હેટ નહીં કરી એમ, લાઈક જરીક બી હેટ નહીં મળે મેં સાથે એમ કે અમે જે એરિયામાં ને દમણમાં તો નહીં તો આરએસ છે નહીં તો હિન્દુત્વ છે, મુસ્લિમ ને હિન્દુ ભાઈ મળીને ઇન્ડિયામાં.
Let's now listen to audio number 2. In this particular tape, the local talks about the attack that took place on Hindu temples and also is sharing his ordeal as to how they still fear when they report to work.
What does he think about the allegation that there is Hindu nationalism and anti-Islam sentiment?
અને આ એક ન્યૂઝમાં કહે છે કે આ લોકો ઇસ્લામની વિરુદ્ધ છે ને આ ઇન્ડિયાથી આવે છે બધું.
નહીં એવું કંઈ નહીં મળે. અમે કોઈ ધર્મમાં વિરોધ નહીં રાખીએ. કોઈ જે હિન્દુ મુસ્લિમ શીખ ઈસાઈ ભાઈ આપણે કોઈ જાતનો કોઈ હાથ નહીં એવું કંઈ નહીં મળે. ઇન્ડિયામાં કોઈ આપણો ભગવાન એક જ છે.
ઓકે,
ભગવાન ઉપરવાળો એક જ છે. કોઈ હિન્દુ મુસ્લિમ કોઈ એવું અમે નહીં રાખીએ. પણ એ લોકો છે ને હિન્દુ એટલે દરવાજા રાતના આવે મારા દરીને આવે મારા.
હા,
કેટલા માણસ જોબ કામ પર નહીં જાય કામ પર નહીં જાય માણસ તો પછી તે ઘરનું ભાડું ને કોઈ રીતે ભરવાના.
so he said it's not like that. All the religions are the same. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, it's all the same God. And he said it's not like that in India either. But these people, they see Hindu symbols and they just want to come and hit something.
Okay.
આપણો કોઈ વિરોધ નહીં મળે.
We're not against anyone.
Yeah.
Hindu or Muslim. Hindu Muslim bye is Hindus and Muslims are brothers.
Yeah.
It's like a common thing.
What does he think then is going on between the youths?
તમને શું લાગે કે ચાલે છે અત્યારના?
અત્યારે તો મને શાંતિ છે થોડા દિવસથી.
હા.
પણ માણસને ડર એવો પહેરી ગયેલો છે શરીરમાં કે માણસ
ના પણ શું કારણે આ થયું બધું?
એ તો આ બધું એટલું બધું ખબર કાંઈ થોડું ઘણું કાંઈ પ્રોબ્લેમ થયો છોકરાનો કહાનો એમાંથી એ લોકો બહુ હુમલો કર્યો.
He thinks the kids had problems and that turned into this big thing, and right now he says it's peaceful.
It's peaceful, brilliant. And
ટેમ્પલ મંદિરના સાથે મંદિર બધું બહુ નુકસાન કરી એ લોકોએ. હવે
They went and damaged the mandir, the temple.
કામ પર જેમ ભાઈ એટલે મને એટલું બધું ખબર નહીં મળે. પણ એ લોકો છે ને આપણે આવીએ તો આપણે કાંઈ ભૂલ નહીં કરી લઈએ ન્યૂઝ મારા તો તે માણસને પકડીને મારવા કરે એ થોડું ચાલે છે. ગમે તે માણસ કામ પરથી માણસ આવીને આવેલા કામ પરથી ઘરે જામ કરે તો માણસ ડટ્ટા આવે.
In yet another audio tape, the eyewitness claims that cars and homes with Hindu symbols were targeted. Listen in.
how has the recent conflict in Leicester affected you as a family?
અહીંયા જે ધમાલ ચાલે છે એ તમને કેવી અસર થઈ છે?
એ અમને પેલા લાસ્ટમાં ધમાલ થઈ રહી ગયેલું લોકો મારવા માટે નીકળ્યા સામને એટલે પછી લોકોમાં ઓછા નીકળ્યા મારવા બારે ઘરથી ઓછા નીકળે ડર લાગે. કામે જાય તો બી ડર લાગે લોકો વહેલા કામેથી બી વહેલા ભાગે આવે. કારણ કે અમુક 2 વાગે શીપ હોય તો 10 વાગે આવવાનું હોય તો લોકો વહેલા ભાગે આવતા કામે બી નહીં જતા અમુક.
So we heard that they were going around smashing stuff and beating people up, so we really scared, and then because we come back from work late around 10, we some days didn't go to work, we stopped going to work, or if we come we'll try and leave early and get home early.
And have they removed any symbols from anything?
તમે એકે આ સિમ્બલ માતાજી કે ગાડીમાંથી કાઢ્યા છે?
અમારી તો ગાડી નથી, લાયસન્સ છે પણ ગાડી નથી લીધેલી. અમુક લોકો બધા વાતો કરતા હોય કે ભાઈ માતાજીના ફોટાને કંઈક હોય તો કાઢી નાખે લોકો ના બધા મારવાનું કરે છે. એ લોકો હિન્દુ લોકો છે એટલે.
Okay, they don't own a car. He has a driving license but doesn't own a car. But they've been talking in the community. They've been told if they have Mataji, so the female goddess, that they'll be identified as Hindu, and the cars will be smashed. So take all of that down.
And what does he think of the accusation made at the community that there is nationalist extremism?
તમને શું લાગે છે આ બધા વાતો કરે છે કે અહીંયા હિન્દુ નેશનલિઝમ ઊભું કરે છે?
હા, એ લોકો સામે દેવું કંઈક કરે છે કે આ લોકો હિન્દુ લોકોનો શું કંઈક ફેસ્ટિવલ તહેવાર તો બધા બારે નીકળે ને બધા ઉજવે ને બારે બધા દેખાવો કરે.
Let's now go across to my colleague Ziad is joining us from the newspit. Based on these conversations, it's amply clear now, Ziad, that the local Hindus there were targeted, their houses, their vehicles were marked and then attacked because they belong to a particular religion.
Yes, we have the list of complaints over here. The Hindu youths who were seen in the picture that went viral on social media, they were branded as Hindutva terrorists, as RSS supporters, as Hindutva goons. And now they've approached the Leicester police and have filed police complaint. I have with me copies of at least 5 police complaints, but I'll just read out complaint number 1 just to give a sense of kind of intimidation that these Hindu youths are being subjected to. So this complaint says the posts branded us as terrorists, illegal immigrants, RSS, BJP, But all these are lies. Some people are targeting us. The photo has been shared widely on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. It's spreading really fast, and a lot of people are thinking that I have caused all these troubles. On September the 6th, I had to run to sleep at the Hindu temple as I was worried for my safety. I had to sneak back to my own house at 4 a.m. on the 7th. So clearly a sense of fear is there among these people who say that they have no connection with RSS or BJP. They don't even know about RSS
Absolutely.
or BJP, and yet
They were tagged as RSS terrorists. They were tagged as somebody who's affiliated to the BJP and then targeted. The misinformation campaign was ran on social media. Thank you very much, Ziad, for getting us those details. Let's open this up and go across to our guests. We're joined by S Sriram, political analyst. We have Manu Khajuria, an Indian citizen who has been living in UK since the last 12 years. Vivek Srivastava, political analyst, and Ahmed Ayaz, a lawyer, also join us on the panel. Good evening to all of you. Vivek Srivastava, with zero condemnation and no sympathies with those who were attacked, with the victims. Many jump to conclusion that, this is a result of Hindutva extremism. I hope you heard those complaints. I hope you heard those conversations where the local Hindus are claiming that there was a misinformation campaign on social media. Their photos were circulated. They were marked. Their houses were marked. Their vehicles were marked, and they were targeted. They fear for their life now.
Yeah, see, I mean, I condemn what you're talking of, and I totally agree with your package, what you've shown. And this should not be done. It is something very unfortunate. But the bigger question is that why are these kind of things happening after 2014? And that means that India has got a bad name today. This is the same country where we never witnessed incidences like this. And this is the same country where Indian Muslims, when they went to work in the Gulf also, people told them over there that you people are very secular kind of Muslims. And in fact, they were discriminated against compared to Muslims from Pakistan or Muslims from other countries.
So are these local Hindus
but now
to
this
be
very
blamed
India,
for that?
You have Qatar complaining.
Are Indian citizens who live abroad be blamed for the attacks that are taking place on them? Isn't your argument providing a cover to those who've targeted them?
You see, since 2014, the Indian government, the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Hinduvadi Sangatans of this country have created an environment that has given India a very bad name. We are being labeled internationally as a country which is not capable of taking care of its minorities.
What does this attack have to do? What does this attack have to do with Hindutva extremism?
So fanatic elements abroad, yes, let me complete. So fanatic elements abroad, taking advantages of the misdeeds of the BJP and the government over here in India, they are taking advantage of the stupidity of our government here. And they are trying to target us.
I want to bring in S Sriram. In the garb of opposing the BJP and the RSS, innocent Hindu individuals living abroad, and in this case UK, in Leicester and Birmingham, were targeted. But there are unfortunate justifications coming to fore. S Sriram.
Oh, there are no justifications.
What sort of an argument is this? People like Rahul Srivastava are the reason or the people to be blamed for the kind of problems that our brothers who across the globe have to face. It is an absolute absurd argument. What silly argument can one be talking against our own country? He might have any amount of hatred against Modi, but such a silly argument by a man sitting on a national channel, giving a bloody yarn about our government. I mean, these are the guys who are the reason for all our people to go through all this kind of trouble across the globe. I'm feeling very, very concerned for our people in UK. I hope the authorities do take a proper protection to our people there. And for heaven's sake, please avoid people like Rahul Srivastava who talk about our government.
But that's Vivek Srivastava.
Talk about our government.
Okay.
Yeah, Ravi Srivastava.
You are responding to
people
Vivek
like
Srivastava.
Them are the bloody reason for
Okay, I want to bring in Ahmed Ayaz as well. Ahmed Ayaz, we are playing out the complaint copy as well. These individuals now fear for the life of their family members. They are still, going to their workplace with a lot of worry in their mind that these attacks may happen anytime, that they may be marked and targeted again, because the radicals are looking for Hindu symbols outside their houses and their vehicles to attack them. And the cover which is being used is that they are RSS terrorists. These are BJP members.
Condemnable at the outset. There is no reason for anyone, whatever party or a group is affiliated to. Everybody has a right to live freely, and there is no reason for anyone to attack the other one. And if it has happened anywhere, in the world, it's really condemnable. But it possibly needs to be identified. The basic thing is that people need to be identified. Who are all these people? If those are Indians who have attacked, presuming that those are Indians who have attacked the
Why are you assuming that?
Hindus, Indians
British authorities
living
haven't
abroad,
said that.
I think it could be perhaps.
You're saying an Indian is attacking another Indian in UK?
Okay.
The point
I want to
Okay,
bring
if
in,
that's
I want
the
to bring in
case,
Ms. Khajuria.
then
Ms.
possibly,
Khajuria,
as
Vivek
Srivastava
Srivastava
was
says,
speaking,
things have changed post 2014, but you've been living in UK since the last 12 years. What has changed according to you?
See, it is very surprising to hear the first panelist call, blame the Indian politics post 2014, because it's actually quite shameful. Because just recently in the Parliament, we have had two British MPs, Bob Blackman and Theresa Villiers, call this out and categorically state this as Hindu-phobic hate crimes. And it is evident now. Even the BBC, which is a very anti-India leaning, rather left-leaning, extreme left-leaning and anti-India paper, which has called out that this has happened because of misinformation. You have the temporary chief constable of Leicestershire Police, Rob Nixon, also point out that all these allegations of some imagined Hindutva terrorists and, the other allegations that came into light, all of that was misinformation. The Leicester mayor has also called this out. And then you hear some absolutely ridiculous argument of politics in India affecting what is clearly, as stated in the UK Parliament, as of yesterday and the day before, that these were Hindu-phobic hate crimes. And that is what they are. Because when 100 Hindu properties are damaged across Leicester City, in these Hindu neighborhoods, nobody was stopping to ask anyone of the political ideology of these Hindu families, but only Hindu symbols like Om and Shubla written on the doors and a Ganpati kept in the car. That is how these were the markers which were used to identify Hindu homes and Hindu properties, and they were damaged. And we know that the temple was damaged, a Hindu flag was burnt, and even in Birmingham, similar thing happened. So this is nothing but Hindu-phobic hate crime, and this is what we are, this has been stated across.
That's exactly what the British parliamentarians have also called it. The authorities have termed that the attacks on Hindus is a result of that. But unfortunately, there are still individuals here in this country who are providing a cover and a justification for what has happened. Thank you very much, Manju, and other guests for joining us on the broadcast. A quick break with that.